skirmishes, but it's definitely not as good as it used to be because
to find impact in the early game on him because nobody doubts his teamfight impact. You just have to be able to get there.
Ame jumping it back in on to Collapse. Good hit from Rue. Dead shot to push him away. Still managed to get the Jingu stacks, and Collapse will end up going down. Denied, though, by Rue. So instead, the first blood that's still available. It might be Rue. It might be Pelosin. Pelosin heals himself up a little bit more. Maposhka trying to finish him off. Rue turns around. Dead shot to finish him. Gets the first blood. Heroes to contest because this is such a crucial part of the game right here.
I would bring 5 if I'm XG right
now. I agreed. Already walking into the calling silence, but it's a Timbersaw leading the way, so they do have damage to threaten him here, and XM's kind of blocked out. A little awkward. Timber Chain back down to the low ground.
There's the
Extreme now brought in XXS, and Ame, he's hopping through the trees to cut in from behind as well. Ooh. He pops right on top of the axe there for a second, almost got his tree cut down, but Ame quick enough on the trigger, does manage to get away from that. Fisher goes out, Collapse. He only takes so much damage from that Wukong
Just gotta echo the stack.
And they're gonna go for it, yeah. Shinkyu, he pops it, clears out a bunch of the stack, and Extreme Gaming, they got what they came for, as long as they don't lose XM here. XM getting low, tries to get a kill off it, but he finally does die as Shalgrave wears away, losing one hero in exchange for this giant stack. That might be worth it, but it's gonna be more. Collapse, he finds the extra one. Shinkyu will die as well.
Ame can't keep up with me. I'm the better carry. But he's been telling himself.
Laurel jumping in after poor XM, who desperately needs some help here, man. And he's gonna get it. Oh, that's done. It catches Collapse. He still managed to get the call, but finally he chops down the Timbersaw. So the Timbersaw is out of his fight, and Shinkyu is dropping low pretty damn fast. Official turnaround, and it looks like Collapse is gonna be the one to die instead. A double kill for XXS, because Yatoro wants a Nullifier. If he goes Nullifier as his next item, then, like, before the BKB, then there goes the Timbersaw. Jump in. Immediately jump in. Oh, Shinkyu, quick reaction there. Managed with the shard to stun up. Now he's still going to take out from the Battle Hooker.
Ame in trouble.
If Ame actually goes down, Ame is caught in the middle of that and is gone. Deadshot pushing back in. XXS and Team Spirit find their opening.
That Nullifier's 1,000 away if Yatoro wants to commit for it. That's tough. Is it okay this game? Also not the greatest against the TA, so his auras are nice here, but they're not the end-all be-alls. We see them trying to get any sort of catch. But again, do you wanna reach here? The reach is so scary.
Oh, and there's a Nullifier. XM,
you just can't
he feels
chase.
the pain. He does not want to be in this game.
You just can't chase that far. You have to be disciplined there. And now you're in a 4-on-5 situation. This is...
They caught Pelosin. Pelosin, now he's going to be nullified. Does manage to get out the Shalgrave, but Shinkyu dies on the right-hand side. Ame fighting for it, trying to get the die back on him. Maposhka couldn't even get that much. And now on the way out, he's going to have to pop his BKB and just run. Good TP's out.
Can't TP here.
He's still going to get caught. He's still going to be called. Collapse pulls him back into the rest of the team. Now he's going to be nullified.
Ooh.
What a vacuum. Is there any follow-up to it, though? Of course not. Ame, all he could do is boundless strike it, but everybody else on Extreme is dead.
But they feel very content right now, just getting their triple BKB timing up. And there it is.
This is nasty. Punishing him for the D wards and maybe getting the Wisdom, though the Echo does perhaps get a turnaround kill on a Maposhka, slowing him down a bit. And Ame will be able to chase him down. Support for support, and the Shrine of Wisdom was taken by Laurel, so that's gotta hurt.
And meanwhile, Yatori's just taking your tower top.
Yeah.
There's the smoke from XG. They're going to try and force it here.
And smoke from Team Spirit. They do have the advantage of Spirit having a global hero in the Furion, but he's got to make sure he doesn't get picked off, though. Maybe he's going to be jumped at the same time Laurel tries to make his jump. They got the call on XM, pulling him out of position. He doesn't care. He's got a BKB. He is just frontlining for now his team. Struggling to catch up to him, though. Ame really didn't get a good opportunity for Wukong's man, still holding on to that one. Jumps into the trees.
Oh, what a strike from
Sees
Rue.
an opportunity perhaps now, gets it out onto Collapse. All top of the boundless strike, but the BKB does manage to go out in the nick of time, and the Muerta protects herself with the ultimate. Now XXS, he's got to back away, and big call from Collapse, catches 2 and kills 2.
Can Spirit route XG here? This Ame Monkey's still strong. Gotta find the
got
Dazzle.
the rest of the follow-up with their Nullifier. They catch out the Dazzle. The Dazzle gone. Ame does what he can, kills Collapse. BKBs teleports out, but the fight is lost from Extreme.
Maposhka.
Oh, and maybe XM, he kills Maposhka. No, okay, saved by the Gale Guard.
There's too many heroes going in for him as well. That's another big problem.
shard, but like, that's kind of it.
Did get an unleashed monocle. That's pretty
Okay,
dang nice.
Yotaro just casually two-shot Jin-Q. Easy as you like.
From earlier, never got expended. And a Hex from a Poshka could easily just come in here and initiate this fight for the team as racks down, banner place, no contest from XG.
Where we had players screaming, teams getting hyped.
Oh, call.
Do manage to get a good call. Perfect pickoff. Got the dazzle. That is going to make things really difficult for Extreme. Spotted Ame on the high ground here. Oh no, he's stuck. He needs to be able to get out with the shard with the Boundless Strike, but now he's been silenced up. He does manage to get down. Boundless Strikes himself back to the base. Yotaro, now he's in man fight against Yotaro. Throws out the Wukong's command. Yotaro, quick to escape out of that one. Doesn't want to be in that AoE, but left XM behind. 3 down, 1 buyback being used by Extreme. They've got another one still in the tank in XM.
Who am I supposed to stun and when? Everybody's BKB'd. Everybody's at a different point in the fight.
Yeah, XXS, just
Oh, this is going to be awkward.
yeah, Roshan's going to switch over to the other side, unless they try and pull him to keep him inside the pit, but that's not really going to work, and now Roshan's got the super speed.
Got to call him.
Well, they don't know it, but right now,
You're getting ratted, too.
it would be nice to catch Laurel. He's the one person who does not have buyback.
I mean,
for
you
Team
have
Spirit.
to take the fight now if you're XG or you have to back, because you're about to lose.
Amplify damage, they jump inside the pit, collapse immediately with the call, and they just melt through Ame. No chance that he's going to be able to live through that one. Jin-Q tries to what he can, but it's still going to be a grab of the Aegis from Collapse. Now Collapse at half HP, he's got the extra life. It's Yotaro who's full health, and he jumps back in, goes after the Timber Sod, Nullifier on him, got the call after that one, and he's dead as well.
Back.
Ame comes back in with the Wukong's command. Boundless Strike on 3. It's a beautiful setup. Can they keep the heroes inside of this Wukong's command? He's doing his best. He's already taken out the Aegis, but he doesn't have the vision to spot Yotaro turns around the refraction, takes him out easy. 2 down on the side of Extreme, 2 deaths for Ame, and that is the game done, Avery.
And all the time with Poshka, he's probably going to take Megas off just the Treants anyway. You were in a lose-lose situation. That game spiraled really quickly. You did not get that massive 5-on-5 team fight you were looking for in the mid-game to push it in your favor.
Why now, though? That's the question.
They just wanted something that could kill the Lifestealer. So, like, the idea is you Omni Slash him. That's always been the idea of this hero.
We do have a very different draft on both sides. What do you think Extreme Gaming took from Game 1 and said, okay, here's what we need to do better for Game 2?
Maybe more initiation and playmaking options. Like they brought up this Tiny for Jin-Q, which you can argue is also a little bit of a lane liability. Paulson.
Snowball after Pelosin. Pelosin is going to die. Got off the flood grenade at the last second, but
nice pickup here with this catapult still going to the mid tower. He's gonna maybe opt to tank this, keep it alive. Jin-Q though.
Toss away back into XM. Snowball right back into play on top of Jin-Q. Helps get the kill, but it does. You do the pre-cast, right, where you cast it first and then you blink in afterwards for the instant fear. That could definitely catch, you know, some of these heroes that are reliant on their mobility. Snowball onto Ame, but at the same time, the Avalanche on the Collapse. He does manage to get a blink away on a sliver of HP. He will survive. Rue, not so lucky. Tried to go for a shard play here, cut down by an arrow from Pelosin. A couple seconds later,
You can always,
runs
infest though if you really
right, but
has
I'm
to.
saying when he uses infest like that,
Yeah, sure.
right? It's a possibility.
That is an aggressive golem drop.
Avalanche trying to cover him here. Arrow's going to be able to land. XM, no way out. He has to fight his way through. Managed to get 1 kill. Sonic Wave on the side will help get an extra. Pelosin, they'll chase him down with a Remnant. Good use of the chain gang there. Laurel throws out the Remnant and catches him off the Remnant.
Or does he get kept alive by saves, boat rub, and healing ward?
Toss straight in the air into the arrow. Torrent off of that one. Well played by Extreme. I was beginning to think the smoke wasn't going to find anything, but
Stacks. I feel like XG have farmed more Spirit's Ancient Stacks this series than Spirit have.
Collapse trying to push him away with a Sonic Wave. Blink up, 6 seconds. He's going to be on the slash, tries to bounce it over to the creep wave, and does manage to do so successfully. He's going to be good for now. Meanwhile, XXS is trying to help out XM. He backs away with the Requiem, managed to get the kill on Rue and not die to Yotaro, who's trying to get into the mix a little bit, surprisingly.
Big win for XG if they get out with everybody. See if Jin-Q can escape. Cobalt Cup, not enough to bail him out of that.
No.
And Toro will get something for his trouble down here as he pushes towards that Radiance.
Now Jin-Q's turn to try and juke out in the trees. It does not work, though. The hard carries that are out of the meta.
Yeah, game 1 they had the TA and the Monkey. It's like, okay, we're going to play with the tier 1 heroes. You know, this game, it's like, no. If you're going to play trash, I'm going to play trash.
Rue, and the extra.
Ooh, 2 for 1.
And 1.
Spirit are really scared to show right now.
Ame's going to reveal some of these heroes. He's baiting him out. Throws out the Omni Slash, and they cut him off the toss. So the Ember Spirit's just going to die to the Omni Slash, and the blink back from Collapse, who was caught by the smoke wraparound. Yeah, and I'll stick with that. Again.
Can't get the spin off. He does.
Blocked in by the shards, though, and
wow.
beaten down.
Okay. And these 2 supports will always have interrupts for this Juggernaut.
Moonlight Shadow back into play, and throws out the Requiem. And Toro saw it coming. Already had the rage going. Avalanche trying to come toss back onto XM, trying to get him out of this fight. He turns around, goes for the kill on Aru, but the heal's already going to be able to outdo the damage. Team Spirit will be able to walk away with an XM scalp, and not losing much for it either, finding Pelosin there as well. So,
What a value sentry.
kills. Team Spirit bouncing right back.
So you can make these aggressive plays with the smoke. If it doesn't land, here's XG. Guess what? You just go into an objective, or you can just pop the Moonlight and look again. Or at least have Moonlight for the fight here. Manta done for Ame. He feels strong enough to force the fight. You have a shield rune on XM as well. Huge here, considering his BKB is not done. This is a really nice point in this game for XG to try and force the 5-on-5.
Gonna be a little awkward though. Laurel, he gets inside the pit, gets a chain on the 2, can they grab the Aegis? It's on the ground. Who's gonna be able to get it? Laurel manages to rip it away from Extreme. Meanwhile, massive Requiem out from XM, push them into a dead end here, and that'll wipe them out. That's Requiem and Omni Slash used. Not much left, and Collapse gonna make sure they can't retreat in peace. He pushed them back in with a Sonic Wave, toss up in the air onto the Queen of Pain, but it looks like they're just leaving the Kunkka high and dry here. He is gonna be marooned out on an island and taken out. So,
And everything right there negated this timing advantage for XG. Could have been a pivotal moment for Ame in this game. Instead, did not get what he wanted there.
Didn't Q. For a while, he was working on the Blink Dagger. Now has a Force Staff. Does it save him, though?
Very deep.
I mean, they're diving in deep for this kill. They might get punished. XXS trying to think about what he wants to X here. He's going to go for Collapse. Collapse trying to fake him out. Does get pulled back into the arrow. The boat will land in time alongside the torrent. It looks like, oh, the snowball save? Is that enough? It is enough. Collapse, able to blink out. We'll go after Rue instead, but with Yotaro running interference here on the Juggernaut. Juggernaut then Omni Slashes. It's the Juggernaut disarmed while he's doing these Omni Slash. May not get a chance to figure it out here is Ame. He pops the spin, but he's being fully controlled up. The gold dropped on him. He got the Omni.
Second Omni.
Does that save him, though? With the Requiem coming back into play, he blows up 2 heroes and does manage to survive through the initial blow with XM coming in with that Requiem. It's just Extreme all the way. Sonic Wave, wait, with the Fatal Bonds, it did a lot of damage. Ame does not quite go down, though. He's going to chase down this Warlock. 4 dead on the side of Spirit. A clean fight for Extreme. Plus, you're going to get Gore Stormed. You're going to get all that blood guts on you.
You got to be wary of Gore Storm here. A little too far on the reach.
Constantly fishing for openings here.
Oh, what an
Doesn't find it here. Orchid's going to be put to use on the quad. Saved by the snowball, though. Blood's going to come in. Still lands under the 2 of them. Gold's going to be dropped, trying to protect him. But no, Omni. He takes him out. And now the Omni Slash put to use onto Yotaro. But, okay. There goes the Infest. He's going to reset a little bit. Chains onto 2. They're going to buy back. They're going to fight this one. Can they actually do it? Is this Lifestealer strong enough to take on the Juggernaut or not? Controlled up, X'd up. He can't get a kill out of this situation. Ame is spinning and dicing him up right now. Laurel goes back to his Remnant, but XM's there on the other side to cut him down. Now it's a jump in. They were looking to lose Rue, who bought back for this as well. Spirit have been completely routed in fight after fight.
It's mega value from this later
He got 2 Orchids on him in that fight?
No, I'm saying he got the super clutch one on the Quap, and then he got another really good one on the Lifestealer in the second half.
Okay.
To me, that already pays for the item.
Protecting the next incoming creep wave as they go their first line of barracks. Seems like they're going to be giving it to Spirit.
I don't think you can fight without BKB on Yotaro.
Yeah.
Needs to be able to deal with the Orchid and just have a longer presence in the fight. Front line for the team. They brought him back before it. Infest Collapse, go for the jump. They already got jumped instead.
Toss over to the side, Avalanche, Yotaro, he got Orchided. He needs some help. He doesn't actually get enough burst damage.
That was not
Now maybe they overextended a little bit. XXS, he's going to be bashed up. He's in trouble. Shin Q pushed back by the Sonic Wave. chasing after him. They do manage to get that kill. The Requiem hits on Lifestealer and he got blown up.
So much
He doesn't
damage.
have buyback. That was too much damage. He did not anticipate that was going to be happening. It's up to Collapse and Laurel now to carry the rest of this fight. XM uses BKB. Now Collapse and Laurel trying to reset with their mobility. Toss of Pelosin on top of them, though. And Collapse is getting a little bit low. He blinks away from XM. Got the chains onto Pelosin. Got that kill. But now an Avalanche. Now a toss. Laurel. He jumps away to his Remnant. Another Sonic Wave. Going to be put to use. They do have the healer. We're keeping XM alive. Not good enough. The heals are not good enough. And Collapse managed to get the kill.
What?
Meanwhile,
Where's
what is
Ame?
happening with Ame?
He's just hitting racks. I mean, is this worth the
His
trade-off?
team needs help, but he just wants objectives. They're going to wipe out everybody else except for Ame.
He's the Aegis carrier. I do not think this Rax is worth.
Big kill. Time to poke at the high ground, see if he's got buyback. Ooh, Lotus into his sight. Arrow doesn't actually land. XM blocked in a little bit. Goes to the refresh. He's got bashed up once. Sonic Wave trying to help out. Does manage to get him off with the Requiem. Still, though, Utor's alive. There's the Omni Slash, and it dices up the Lifestealer so quickly. Golden's going to be dropped, but without the Lifestealer, you really don't have much damage left. Collapse. You can only Sonic Wave so many times. That is going to be game 2 pretty much done unless Collapse forms some sort of miracle here.
Can only do so much.
He can get XM. Can he get more? He's going to go after Shinkyu.
Oh,
Gets that
something.
one. That's 2. Collapse with another blink up. Swiss Slash. Blinks away with the Shivas. He stays alive. It feels like he just is completely ineffectual in these fights.
Just doesn't deal enough damage. Jump the Kunkka, but that is not the guy you want to find.
No, certainly not, especially with the BKB. Little Swift slash action, side into Requiem. Good control onto the Quab, trying to be saved by the Infest, but tossed up in the air, and he's gone.
Nice
Utoro now
toss.
pops up, and instantly the Omni Slash goes to work and takes him out. Bounce over to Moposhka, gets the end one.
That's it.
GG is called before they're even wiped out of the fight. There's nothing left for Spirit.
Ame with an ultra kill? Why not? Didn't get the rampage, but he was close enough as he ends this game 12-1 and 16. Beautiful performance from him on this Juggernaut.